Florida Congressman Byron Donalds sits on the House Oversight, Budget, and Small Business Committees. He joins us right now. Good morning, Congressman. Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Good morning, Maria. Merry Christmas.
And to you, Merry Christmas. Your reaction to Adam Schiff altering that message?
Well, first of all, this is outrageous, and something has to be done. Unfortunately, Nancy Pelosi is going to cover for him the way she covered for Eric Swalwell. She will not do anything to hold him accountable because he's carrying her water, especially on this January 6th committee. But when we take back control after next year in the 118th Congress, we need to make sure that we hold him accountable. Because in a legislative body, you cannot have people who are knowingly lying, not only to their colleagues, to the and also to the American people, because they simply cannot be trusted, especially with something as sensitive as this, where the Democrats are just trying to push a narrative because everything they've touched has basically been a disaster for our country.
What are your thoughts on the current spending agenda? We know that Joe Manchin has said he is not going to vote for this bill in its current form. Will this pass in the new year?
It's not clear. It doesn't look like it's going to, because the realities on the ground are very, very simple. We have a major inflation problem. We have a major labor shortage in the United States. That bill that Joe Biden says was going to help everybody would make things 10 times worse for small business owners, because the social spending aspects of that bill would make it harder for small business owners to actually get people to come to work and to stay at work and work full shifts, work the 40-hour week. So I think Joe Manchin is right to not vote for this bill. And it's worse than that. Once again, the Democrats were lying to the American people because they were starting these programs for 1 year or 2 years and then cutting them short, not realizing the full cost of this bill. So I'm actually happy CBO came out with a score that demonstrated that the full cost over 10 years is a little over $5 trillion. And if CBO estimated that, you know the costs are much higher than that.
And we already have significant inflation. Let's take a look at food prices in America right now ahead of the holiday, the Christmas holiday. You're talking about milk, eggs, fresh fruit, bacon, coffee, not to mention gasoline up 60% year over year. Would this plan stoke inflation even further?
It absolutely would, because we would be putting far more money into our economy than is needed. Right now, we have an issue where there's too many dollars out there, not enough people actually working to produce the goods and services for the people who are buying stuff. So if Joe Biden had his way, and let's all hope he does not, but if he had his way, our inflation would be much worse. The purchasing power for working families, for seniors on fixed income, would be destroyed even more than it already has. But what else is new? You're dealing with the president who has been wrong on every single issue so far.
Congressman, I know that you're an insider. You make policy. Nancy Pelosi was asked if Congress should be able to trade stocks. How does an insider get to trade stocks and buy stocks knowing the policy that you just put in place? I want to take a short break, but I want to get your take on what Nancy Pelosi said about rejecting any ban on Congress trading stocks. We'll take a break and come back with that.